Hey everybody, Reaper here. I'd like to go over a Blair Backdraft build that I've been kind of messing around with. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, I can't stress this enough. This is a build for Blair. It's not about the guns. Use whatever you want. It's not required for you to use anything specific. If you use the guns kind of like what I have, you might get more damage out of it. You might get more damage out of your guns. The main thing here is that I've been kind of focusing on like what he does. Yes, my guns are upgraded. Some of them are upgraded. Some have catalysts. Some have my AR has an energy activator on it. Um, the main thing for your gun, because you want the burn damage, is the fire enhancement. You can have rifling reinforcement, attack and reaction like I do. It is completely up to you. Mess around with it a little bit. Let me know what you do with your Blair. So again, fire enhancement is one you want to be able to burn your enemies with your gun. My afterglow, I focus on weak point damage. So you can get that giant hit and then switch back to your AR or your SMG, your Thunder Cage. Some people like Nizestra's Devotion. That's a good gun too. It's got good weak point damage. It lowers defense the higher you upgrade it. That being said, Blair's modules. So we got Backdraft. The main thing I find is that you want skill duration, maybe a bit of cooldown. The reason I say this is because your cooldown and duration, I like the duration to be above the cooldown. That way it lasts longer. You have more time to get that those crits out and the weak point damage. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Um, what Backdraft does as well, you'll notice, is it switches. So now we get firearm crit hit damage and firearm crit hit rate from the flame zones that are on the ground. So what I'm running right now, I have increased HP. I have stim accelerant. You don't need both. You might, depending on where you are in the game. You might. I have this set up for Dead Bride on hard. So I use both of these for my cold resistance, and I use the external component for chill resist as well. I have time distribution for cooldown and more HP. I use skill extension for my duration. I have maximum duration because losing that skill power modifier will not affect you. You're not doing damage with your skills. Yes, you can use them while you're fighting. I would not recommend using his third ability. It's really not that strong if you don't upgrade skills, but you'll be dropping your first ability for the flame zones, and you can use the fireball for an additional 3 flame zones. But you have to keep in mind that you're only getting a bonus for 3. So try and stagger them. Don't use them all at the same time. It's not going to benefit you. So this is the way that I feel like it should be played. So we got to get our ammo back here. Maybe reload our guns. I'm actually going to switch these two around. So I like to have the burn on him. You get your flame zones down. Our crit hits a lot more often now. We have all that extra crit. When the flame zones are about to run out, you pull them in. You swap to your sniper rifle. I'm using the Afterglow 552, 638, 324. I missed because I suck. 659. That there shows you got the extra weak point damage for the sniper shots. We'll reload again here, and I will show you once it's off there now. 437, 254. That 437 happens because of the mod that I have on the sniper. So if we go into the sniper here, this weak point expansion, every 10 seconds, you get that extra 140% damage. So you're going to do a bit of swapping while you're playing this character. But if you're doing a Colossi, that's not going to matter. You want to hit those weak points anyways. So you get a couple shots off with your sniper, put it away. You don't have tons of ammo for this gun, so you want to run something like an AR or an SMG. See, 875 with the crit. But it's back down to 254. Now this will be higher with the flame zones and the enemy burning. So he's burning now. We'd lay into him a little bit, make sure he's burning, reload the gun maybe, pull the flame zones in. Now, that being said, I will show you a bit of content that I have for Dead Bride, maybe a bit for Executioner on hard. I love playing this character in normal mode. He just melts everybody. I really have no issue at all with any of the bosses on normal with Blair. Obviously, you're going to do less damage to some as you would others, but the nice thing about this build is it focuses mostly on your gun damage. The burning singularity reactor, it really doesn't matter too much which one you use. You may want to get one with, say, skill cooldown. That would be optimal. Maybe skill duration if you can find it. Unfortunately, I don't have those for this build right now. We got defense max HP. We got defense chill resistance HP recovery modifier. We got defense shield recovery in combat and defense again. And we got defense shield recovery modifier and the equipment drop rate. I just haven't found a mod with a triple bonus. I mean, there's one with toxin resistance, but toxin resistance doesn't really do me much good when I'm fighting Dead Bride. I hate this map.
Like we're done.
1.2 mil on that. This fight is literally with no toxin resistance, guys. Ouch. You see we have the double buff on the left side. We're going to pull those flame zones in before they disappear. Switch to our sniper. Just lay into them. We got our flame zones back. Maybe we'll pull these flame zones in and hopefully finish them with a shot in the face. So that was swamp ass, guys. This is normal, but as you can see, it really, he wasn't hard. I melted him. I'm gonna do a private here. Nothing like doing a fight and having someone just absolutely wipe it on you. So we're going to get 1 flame zone, 2 flame zone, 3 flame zones on the ground. You gotta hit your target. Still go for those weak points. Gonna get her on fire. Pull those flame zones in. Switch to our sniper. Hit that weak point for almost 1,000,000 damage. The other thing about the ads kind of works when you have the flame zones down for that extra crit damage. If you notice, I do the weak point damage and I'm getting the crit damage because of my skill cooldown duration. A skill cooldown and duration. Pull those flame zones in. They disappeared. I was too slow on that. I don't want these ads coming over and killing me. She's pretty easy to avoid. They like hunt you down. You have to pull the flame zones in. They recover your mana as well. So we got that broken. Pull these flame zones in. See, it'll recover my mana. Get that sniper back out. Miss her completely. Every 10 seconds, you want that sniper back out. See, we still got our weak point damage right now. There's our crit. I like living on the edge with this build. We're next to death the whole fight. Not really. If you pay a little bit more attention, do your dodges, make sure you're not getting hit. When I'm focused right up, it ends up being a little better. This build, I find, actually works a lot better with other people playing as well, so you get a little bit more time to shoot. There's some more mana. Pull that flame zone in. Drop another one. there you have it. Hard mode soloed. I mean, it takes a bit of time. It's mostly because you're dodging around, moving away from the ads, trying to keep your flame zones up, your mana up. It's a bit of work, but it works great. Make sure that you have your HP is up enough, your cooldowns for sure, and your duration for sure. If you have your cooldowns and your duration set to the right amount, you will be able to get the flame zones on the ground pulled in for the weak point damage and then drop more from, say, your ultimate or just putting more down. That will give you your crit on top of that. So I feel like it's a very viable build. It could be improved quite a bit more. I have some module capacity on Blair. I feel like I could add more of the socket types would be great. Anyways, if you like the build, guys, give me a like, give me a follow.